Friends, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to discuss about partials. So, the question is that what are the partials and how we can use them and what is the importance of partial in Rails? And this question has been asked to many developers during interviews who want to be or applying for a full stack developer position. And this is a very common concept that you must know while developing a Rails application. So basically, partials are a way for breaking the rendering process into more manageable chunks. With a partial, you can move the code for rendering a particular piece of a response to its own file. Partials also provide you the facility to reuse the common piece of view code across multiple templates. It also facilitates the use of local variables across templates. And the simplest use of partial you can see by generating a scaffold in your Rails application. When you generate a resource by scaffolding, it will create a form partial which is used inside both new and edit action template. Let me show you an example. So let's consider this resource. Here you can see my form partial. Okay. So this form partial is rendered at both new.html.erb and edit.html.erb. So here we can see this is how we are rendering form at edit, and this is the same we are rendering the form at edit. And another common use of partial is to rendering header and footer partials, because we need it most commonly because we don't want to change headers and footers at most of the pages, or at some certain layouts we want to keep header and footer, or at sometimes we want to keep the sidebars as common for all the pages, so we can use partials for that. Let me show you an example of layout. So for I'm showing this layout for the admin template, admin backend. So at admin, I integrated a theme where I need a sidebar or and a header and some flash messages for every action, and a footer template as well. So you can see that I have used this sidebar partial, this admin shared header partial, and flash partial and footer partials. Okay. So this is the importance of partial, that we can avoid writing repeatable or common piece of view chunks on multiple templates. That instead of rendering this header at the layout here, I can write this header code at every template, but that does not make sense and that is not a very good practice. So this is the common piece of view code that belongs to header or that represents the header on a template. So I moved this into a partial, and which helps me to write as less as code on the view template. So this is the importance of partial. Now you must need to consider one thing, remember one thing, that a partial file always starts with an underscore symbol. Like you can see here that underscore edit status.html.erb, it's a partial. Underscore form.html.erb, it's a partial. Underscore no, and the underscore leave application.json.jbuilder, it's a partial. And these partials are rendered through different components, like different templates, sorry. So this form partial is rendered at the edit and new template. Why? Because I need the same form at editing a resource and for creating a new resource. So I need the common form or the same form. That's why I created a form partial and rendering this that partial at both edit and new templates. Now let me show you an example of rendering a partial inside a JS template. That this is the partial that edit status.js.erb. Here I am rendering a bootstrap model on a Ajax request. So you can see that how I am rendering a partial here. Escape JavaScript render edit status, and then I'm passing a local variable here. and this is the partial which I am trying to render. So you can render partial in both, when your request is submitted as HTML or when your request is submitted as JS. So there are different types of request, and depending upon your request you can render different kind of partials. Okay, now the main question is that how we can pass local variables to the partials. Let's try to understand that. This is the edit form. We are rendering this form partial like this. There is another way for rendering that partial, but that is not preferable way. So that is not generated by scaffold, but yeah, definitely you can follow that syntax. You can use this one as well. But when you use pass local like this, you have to write partial as well. So instead of rendering syntax at line number 3, you can use the same path as well. Okay, like render partial form and then pass local variables. But you can't do it like if you are passing local and you do not have used partials, or if you are not passing locals but you have used partials name partial syntax. Okay, so both of these forms for rendering a partial are incorrect. So you should avoid that, and you must remember these two way of rendering partials. Okay, like this: render form, leave application, and pass some instance variable, and render partial form locals, leave application, and all that. Now let me show you an example. Okay, so you can see that you can see here a navigation bar, some content. Now let me come to the application layout. This is the header template inside this shared folder. Okay, now if I comment out this, or if I delete this content here and refresh the page, I will see that the header is disappeared. Why? Because I erased the content from header partial which I was rendering at application.html.erb file, or you can say like at HTML application layout. Okay, and now if I keep the code here, keep the code here, but I remove this render syntax from here and refresh the page, you will again not see the partial here. But if I uncomment it and I refresh the page, I can see the partial here. So this is how we can use common piece of view code at different templates or multiple templates using partials. So this is the importance of partials, and we also seen that how we can pass local variables to the partial and how we can render partial into a template. Okay, so this is the objective of this video. So I hope you might get clarity on the partials as well. And this is a very important question, and which might be asked to you as well when you appear in a interview as a Rails developer. So just try to get more comfortable hands on it and try this with different way, because I have not covered so many things about the partial in this video, but this is the very basic info, and in the interview it will be enough to answer about the partials. So thanks for watching this, and let's meet in the next video with some another important and great question. Thanks. Tata.